You're on Apple Music.
This is Billie Eilish with
Pops.
my
Dad.
dad. So what should we do next?
Play another weird one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Thomas Dolby, guys.
Oh, this is so weird.
It's so weird.
Okay. Yes.
Dude.
It's
so
different.
This is an
which is
album.
great.
I'm going to play 2 songs by Thomas Dolby. This is an album that my dad loves, and we used to go up to the mountains all the time, and it was really fun. And I remember just listening to this one called Evil Twin Brother all the time up in the mountains, and we would listen to it. This one and the song, there's a song called Spice Train, and we would listen to this driving up the mountain and driving down the mountain.
Well, Thomas Dolby is one of those artists I know all the song lyrics.
Yep.
And he came out in the 80s. He was sort of at the big wave of 80s pop, and his big song is Blinded Me with Science, which is, is one of the songs he happened to do that is not emblematic of his other stuff. His other stuff is just so interesting and inventive, and the chord structures and production, and he worked with an instrument called a Fairlight, which is a synthesizer before everything was sort of easy to do. He was back in the day of tape and synthesis, and he could program, and then he just didn't do it for 20 years. He made 3.5 albums, kind of, and then did a soundtrack for Howard the Duck, which was a massive, crushing failure of a movie, and his soundtrack didn't go anywhere as a result, and he just did other things. He invented stuff. He's an inventor. He's a teacher. And then he came out with an album 20 years later in 2011 that I love, and he's had not come out with another one since. He's teaching, doing other things, has a family. But I was so eager and so satisfied to have a new music by Thomas Dolby after 20 years, and it was just as good as I'd hoped.
I'm so glad. That's very cute, Dad. This song is called Evil Twin Brother. I thought this song was so cool. He does this thing at the beginning of the song, which I was always so confused how people would do it. But now me and Phineas know how to do it, and we actually did it the other day for a song, and it was kind of crazy because it was like a full circle moment that I used to listen to this song and be like, that's so cool, how'd they do that? And
isn't this New York City at 3 a.m.?
Oh, yeah.
And because this has
Regina
a siren.
Spektor is in this.
Yeah, she's
Regina
beautiful.
Spektor.
But it's speaking Russian.
Yeah.
But there's a siren sound in here that's the realest sounding siren.
Yeah, every time we play this, we look around to look at where the siren is coming from.
Until...
What?
What is that? I never know the names of your songs.
What?
The one with the song, Listen Before I Go, with the siren at the end.
Oh, jeez.
Another siren that really sounds like a siren.
God, the ending of that song really
sounds like when you
sad.
hear it, you think, whoa, there's a siren. I gotta go outside.
Ooh, every time I listen to that song, the ending, I just kind of get sick to my stomach because it's so upsetting.
Your song?
Yeah, the end of Listen.
It's very sad.
Oh, God. Yeah, this is Evil Twin Brother by Thomas Dolby. This was my song. So good. The verses are too good. There's so much Michael Jackson trying to be in here. Love it. Song when I was 9. Right here, though.
They say that New York City never sleeps,
and his accent is too good.
But I think they're only talking about me. It's 3 a.m. and 95 degrees. Whoa, whoa. So I dressed and went out for a bite to eat. I found an open diner on 14th. Elena brought me carrot cake and tea. Oh, oh.
production.
Хочешь еще кофе?
Oh, so hot.
Я закончу в 4. Нет, мы открыты круглосуточно.
I wasn't there, that wasn't me.
Such an interesting song. And then this next one is
Wait a minute, you didn't get to the part. It's the best part.
what part?
Where there's the truck horn that only plays once.
Jesus Christ.
And I hear that.
That's all you wanted to hear.
Oh, it's so cool. It's just like, where did that come from?
Anyway, this next one is the Spice Train, and I love this one. Phineas would make fun of this one all day, every day, and he still does, but I love it so much. You can ride the Spice Train. It's so good. I love this
There's
one.
so many elements in here.
Listen to this crazy production. It's so hard. I love that. I cannot get enough of that. Jeez, God. So weird. I love is that. God, it's so good.
I was drifting for days where the sun don't shine
Yes.
while the night is young. I might put a little overtime.
Those claps. How good are those claps? God.
I'll tether my blimp
I'll tether my blimp, he said.
wherever there's a party on. And if you
Roll with it. You can ride the Spice Train. When it comes down to it,
hold the world
in the palm of your hand.
one big bazaar. The earth is like a garage sale. I'm pitching my stall to cater to the infidels. Now I'm shifting my shape. I'll tether my blimp wherever there's a party on.
I'll tether my blimp wherever there's a party on. You can ride the Spice Train. Yes.
It's down to it.
In the palm of your hand.
And the beat goes on.
God, I love that song.
He produced this. He now lives in Baltimore, where he teaches at Johns Hopkins. But he's a British citizen. I think he's an American citizen too. He's married to an American. But he produced this whole album, wrote it, and produced it in a boat on land, on his land in England near the ocean. But it was a beached boat, and inside it he built a studio. So he has all these elements, and most of those are not the stuff that sounds like synthesizers, but the things that sound like horns are actually horns, and the voices are voices. It's pretty cool.
I love it.
You're on Apple Music. This is Me and Dad Radio with Billie Eilish.